Oh my lord, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Hold on, I gotta grab my food. But holy shit.
To look at pickup artist guys, dating advice guys, MGTOW guys, MRAs, bordering on incel stuff. And the more I watch, because I'm fascinated by it, the more it shows up. So I'm stuck in a purgatory of strange guys, and the only way to purge them from my life is to show them to you, and then I stop watching them because I've already looked at them all. The last few videos have been pretty kind of heavy, so I thought we could do a fun, chill video where I just kind of spoof on a guy that I found. Taylor the Fiend, that's his name. He's an animated vampire cartoon misogynist guy. That's how I would describe him. He's like a goth incel elf that's emo or something. I don't know.
You'll get girls who will join law school. You'll get girls who will, you know, go into medical fields and stuff like that. They'll want to become a nurse. And some of these girls, man, to be quite honest, what they're doing is they're jumping into the field so that they can latch onto the men at the top and then just not work and kind of go with, you know, ride his coattails, so to speak.
Let's go. Oh, dude, he's Manosphere and he's a VTuber. Oh, that's fucking awesome. That is a perfect. And I mean, perfect fucking compy. That is an incredible collaboration of forces that I absolutely... He's not even a VTuber, right? He's a PNG tuber, technically. Is he moving? Did I see him moving? Wait, he can...
You'll get girls who will join law school. You'll get girls who will, you know, go into medical fields and stuff like that. They'll want to become a nurse. And some...
You know what's fucked up? Vamps are not like this, okay? This guy is disrespecting Playboy Cardi's entire fan base by overtaking vamps and becoming a vamp cell. The V-Lone Warriors would not stand for this. They love big nurses. The V-Lone Warriors, the vamp cells, the true vamp cells, the Playboy Cardi fans, okay? They're about to get so mad at this guy. Especially because Playboy Cardi himself is like, you know, almost came out a little bit. Like a little bit, if you guys were following that. Anyway.
Some of these girls, man, to be quite honest, what they're doing is they're jumping into the field so that they can latch onto the men at the top and then just not work and kind of go with, you know, ride his coat.
What do you do, motherfucker? What do you do? What do you mean? Get a job. 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 You're literally a vampire. You're LARPing as a vampire on the internet. Talking shit about fucking nurses? Are you insane? Get a job. Get a job. Have you seen what a fucking job application looks like? No. Because you're trying to be a fucking vampire on YouTube. Get a fucking job. Any job. Says you? Yeah, well, the difference is I'm successful enough. I can say it.
Tail, so to speak.
For some reason, it doesn't show how many subscribers he has, and I don't know why that is. But if we go to his channel, we can see he has 50 million views. And he's only been uploading for like 1 year. So what kind of content does this guy make? Well, why don't we look, okay? I got a divorce. 30-plus-year-old woman divorces her husband, only to find out the grass isn't greener. Insane woman gets annihilated by Chad, refuses to take accountability. Woman goes into a rage on TikTok after being rejected by men. 30-plus-year-old woman regrets waiting so long to find a man. You'll notice a pretty consistent theme with these thumbnails. It's just pictures of women and then cartoon reaction guy. And basically the whole thing is like this for eternity. It's just pictures of women, they did something bad, we're roasting him. SMH my head. Look at all these WOMs. He uploads like 5 times a day. I don't know where his supply of videos is coming from, but it's basically limitless. Just looking through these, you can see how consistently they're being posted, and the views are like really high. 4 videos in the past day, 40,000, 60,000, 40,000, 78,000, 79,000, 231,000. Like, this is so much. So why don't we watch some of this content and see what's kind of going on here.
So my favorite thing is like homie just straight up, if he put his face out there, that would be the argument. You know what I mean? That would be the end of the argument, right? Because you could understand why a lot of this, like where a lot of this resentment is coming from. But because of that, he's like, no, I'm actually a sexy vampire guy. It's like, are you? Are you a sexy vampire guy? Like you're Morbius, dude? You know? Really? That's what you did? Okay.
I just got out of a 6-year-long marriage and I'm entering the dating world as a single mom. It has been an adventure.
Okay, really quickly, it's so funny because he always plays the full clip at the start. So it's just some lady talking and his grinning anime avatar, like, standing there, like, frozen. No matter how long the clip is, he doesn't interrupt it. So it could be just, like, 4 minutes straight of him, like...
It has been an adventure. And the other night, I went on a first date. And on the way to the date, I started to get worried that I was not dressed up nice enough. I was wearing jeans and Timberland boots because it was cold. And I was like, man, what's this guy going to be wearing? But when I got there, he was in sweatpants and a long sleeve t-shirt. So I wasn't worried anymore. And yes, I looked at him and I said, why are you wearing sweatpants? And he said verbatim, because I do not give a...
So here we have a divorced single mother who has divorced her husband and she has gone back out into the dating market and she has come to realize that the grass is not greener on the other side.
Oh my God, that's his voice. He is a voice changer. Oh no. Oh no, he's using a voice changer. Unacceptable, dude. Real vamps? Real vamps? They do this voice on their own. You want to be Cardi? Oh! Dover Street Market. That's fucked up. This guy's a fake vamp, dude. Get him. Playboy Cardi subreddit. Get this guy. Get this guy out of here. You want to be Cardi? That bitch is a baby. Oh! Sorry.
You know, a lot of these women, guys, they believe in the strong and independent women narrative, and they go out here.
I mean, he's not like modulating it that much, but you can tell. Like, oh yeah, oh, it's fucking crazy. He's also an oi bro, so that's another L.
Yeah, they divorce their husbands, and they realize, oh crap, men are not committing to me. Men are not interested in me. Men don't care anymore about me. Okay, why can't you just step up and wife up a divorced single mother? And you know what, guys? I have no sympathy for these women who, you know, fail to stay with their husbands.
All right, so there's a lot going on there. Let's try and break that down. It's the women's fault for not keeping their husbands. That's why divorces.
Wait, like, what if he was like abusive, bro? What the fuck? Like, what? He's Australian? Sorry, mate. I am a defender of Aussies and Kiwis, so I automatically, when I see cringe content, as a defender, as an avowed defender and supporter of Australians, Kiwis, I will immediately say like, oh no, actually it's British. You know what I mean? So you don't have to correct me like that.
Happen, and therefore the punishment that they receive when men don't love them in the dating market is 100% deserved because it was their fault from the start. You can see the way he's using this like massive generalization about women. It's like weirdly punitive.
On today's show, guys, we are going to be kicking it off by breaking down a clip from this woman right here who is a freshly divorced single mother.
Based on my experience of doing the Fresh and Fit video and then now having all of these guys recommended to me, there's similar ones which I'll go into. They're all selling a one-sided narrative that women are the problem, it's women's fault, so they are providing a sense of security in your decision to stop dating. If you've got a girlfriend and you want to lose her real quick, just go and cry in front of her a few times and tell her your feelings. Yeah, basically, no woman wants to hear that. Modern women doesn't know how to be a wife, but knows how to get divorced. She says 6-year-long marriage as if it's 26 years. I'm so freaking sick of hearing single mother of 2, single mother of 4, single mother. Like we should feel sorry for their stupid decisions. They are destroying the family unit with their selfishness. There are a lot of females, very few women. Smiley Winky PC. So you get the general vibe of what kind of community.
I mean, none of those dudes have ever been around women since they came out of a pussy. That's the last time. Bro, if the last time you saw a pussy was when you came out of one, you don't get to talk on this, okay? They're like, females losing their, destroying the family unit. It's like, shut the fuck up, dude. You are literally, god damn, dude. Holy shit. For good reason, you're not going to be able to repopulate, okay? Your fault. You should know that.
this fosters, right? A baseline sort of resentment for women and a rejection of the pursuit of relationships. Are you sick and tired of YouTubers doing their bullshit ad reads all the time? Do you want to just get to the video sometimes? Well, too bad, because this video is sponsored by Surfshark VPN. So
That's crazy because you guys here get sick and tired of the top of the hour ad break that comes literally perfectly at the top of the hour every hour sometimes. And obviously, like, unrelated to the sponsor here, but there's like there are some methods that you can avoid. There are some methods you can use to avoid the top of the hour ad break. I don't know why the sponsor is relevant in this situation. Obviously, it's not. But you know, you can subscribe for $5 or for free, or definitely not use the sponsor that he's using. Don't make yourself look like you're watching from India or something. That was certainly not work. Here's the 1 minute ad break now. Okay. Just run the damn ads. Here it is. Guy who's a friend of mine who works in a trading card store watches this guy constantly. He wastes his time on this incel shit. Like what, Noah or the fucking cringe vamp guy?
free stuff, it's good, man. All right, back to the video now. Hi.
You know, you just change your pair whenever you feel like it because Big Daddy government will come in and subsidize your life if you choose to remove a man. But what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again.
Just a brief welfare queen shout out before we...
Can I just say something? Do these people think like women only breed women or something? Like, if Big Daddy government doesn't help single parents, like, what do you think happens to the child? The male child. You know what I mean? Like, what do you think is going to happen to him? Why is it that, like, incels always think that, like, women are only breeding other women and therefore, like, shouldn't get welfare or something? Like, they have to believe that, right? Anyway.
We start our show today. Yo, what if Bloodborne had neoliberalism? There's also a lot of like incel terminology going on here. So I have decided that I'm now getting a side hustle as a women empowerment coach. I can allow these ladies to ride the CC. CC is the cock carousel. Cock carousel, an idea perpetrated on manosphere blogs that women casually sleep around in their 20s with hot, non-committal player types. Then, supposedly, when they hit their 30s and lose their looks, they realize they wasted their prime man-snagging years and became desperate to settle down, often with a boring, dependable flavor of guy they previously had no interest in. Karen spent her late 20s riding the cock carousel with a bunch of guys in bands that just wanted sex.
That's awesome. That's a report right there. A bunch of guys in bands. This just smells like fucking specialty flavored root beer that you can only get at a gas station in Minnesota. Okay? And you're 35 years old and you wrote that. Okay? I'm just saying, like, you're such a pathetic fucking divorced dad loser that a brand that, like, I can map out exactly what brand of fucking divorced dad loser you are to say, bunch of guys in bands that just wanted sex. Incels will literally write their own type of theory about female hypergamy without fucking learning the truth about dialectical materialism. Just like read fucking Hegel or something. I mean, I hate philosophy, but goddamn, dude. I mean, these motherfuckers need an outlet. Like, they literally need an outlet. They need an outlet. They need to, like, read something. They're just, like, making this insane shit up. This is what happens when they move away from materialist understanding.
Now she's 33, past her prime, and dating an accountant who she's pressuring to have kids with. So obviously this is fucking unhinged, but what it promotes is that anytime you encounter a woman who is single and over the age of 25, that is entirely her fault, and you can never trust this person because they should be held accountable for their mistakes or whatever. And here's the thing, right? I really don't have a problem with any type of self-improvement content. Like people who want to be career focused and do that so they don't spend as much time dating, or they want to be focused on their...
You think Zizek is good for incels? Yes. I do. Because The reason why I think Zizek is really good for incels is because, like, when I give incels advice, they're like, "Fuck you, you're hot." Like, what the fuck do you know? You know what I mean? You're privileged. Whereas, like, Zizek has a fucking smoke show of a wife, and literally is like fucking double glizzied up half the time, and looks like shit. I'm sorry, he just does. He just looks like shit. He looks very dirty. That's why we call him a raccoon. He looks like he is dumpster diving. Like, all the time. So yes, I think that incels can, like, look to that. Which, by the way, is ironic because, like, Marx also was famously disgusting. Like, literally disgusting. I mean, I often, like, make fun of anarchists and stuff, but, like, when he was being monitored by the police, they took notes about the way he lived, and they were in awe. Like, they were shocked at the way that he existed in filth. Like, straight up in filth. No showering, sleeping throughout the day, sometimes working throughout the night. Anyway, let's continue.
Fitness, or they want to travel, or whatever type of thing you
All I'm saying is Marx would have been Karl Marx would have been a Twitch streamer.
want to be doing. That's all totally fine, but also you want to ask the question, why? Why are they doing that? Why are they deciding to focus solely on themselves? And the vibe I get from this space is that they're doing it because women are the problem. And that's bad. It's like, if you're gonna do self-improvement stuff, do it because you want to, not because you think there's no hope of ever finding a proper relationship, you know?
I actually believe her when she uses the word adventure, okay? Because what these, like, it amazes me that we've got a whole bunch of men going out here choosing willingly, Lord knows why, to date these single mothers, and then they think that, like, any form of quote-unquote connection that they build with these women is actually real.
It's weird because it's not like he's saying, you know, if you're getting into dating and someone has a kid and you don't want to take on that responsibility, you feel like you're too young, you feel like you're not ready for doing that, you can just say so. Instead of that, it's like any single mom looking to get into a relationship should be completely shunned by society and punished. Very weird.
So I just got out of a 6-year-long marriage, and I'm entering the dating world as a single mom. It has been an adventure.
Yeah, I bet. Guys, take note of the word that this woman used right here. She's been out on an adventure. Do you want to re-wife up, excuse me, a girl who has gone on on adventures with dudes? I don't know if that's the word you'd want to hear, but hey, maybe you're into that.
Guys, you all know what women mean when they say they want to go hiking. It means they want to climb up onto all these penises. No mountains, no trails, none of that. Just wieners everywhere. Adventure Time, the show, is hentai, actually.
You'll get a lot of questions from guys saying crap like, why doesn't my wife dress up for me anymore? Why doesn't my girlfriend dress up for me? Crap like that. But she'll go out dressed up to the town. Notice how this woman is going out to meet an essentially random dude, and she is concerned that she is dressed up, in my view, not dressed down enough. So notice how she says she doesn't feel dressed up enough because
Was he supposed to come naked? Like, how would he be more dressed down for a first date? Also, that's a self-report. I'm sorry to do this, but, like, basically showed the rest of the world with that one statement that you don't understand the concept of dating. Like, you've never had a date. Oh, with essentially a fucking dude that's, a stranger. It's like, well, yeah, that's dating, you fucking idiot. That's... Like, if it wasn't for the vampire avatar that he uses, or the voice modulator, or the fact that he's made multiple compilations about, like, random women on TikTok being like, oh, my dating life sucks. If that wasn't enough, look to him literally going, can't believe you're fucking going on a date with a random stranger. I mean, yeah, that's dating. I know, wild concept, but it's kind of how that works.
she's too covered up because it's cold. right? Yeah, that should tell you everything you need to know, guys.
What is it, Taylor? What does that tell you? How does that tell you everything you need to know? Wait. Guys, she says she wants to wear a shirt instead of a sweater. Case in point, folks. Divorce her even though you're not even married.
These girls say like, oh, I go out on the town for myself with my girls just to have some fun. It's like you dress the way you do to get attention from dudes, which is cool. But, like, let's just not lie about it, eh?
Okay, I
It's not cool. He's not saying it's actually cool.
get it, you're wearing a shirt, but let's not act like that shirt isn't so that you can rip it off in the Starbucks and show it to everyone your boobies and not me.
And yes, I looked at him and I said, why are you wearing sweatpants? And he said verbatim, because I do not give a So
And these girls sure know how to pick them, don't they? Right? For girls who say that they want caring, compassionate men, it's just super convenient, right? It just has to be one of the most convenient things on the face of the planet.
What?
How they always seem to end up, you know, having these fun adventures, shall we say, with dudes who, quote, literally don't give a damn about what they even wear to said event.
Taylor, it was their first date. Why is it her fault that the guy showed up in sweats? Like, you see the circular logic here, right? You know, guys, girls always say they want to find a man that's a good man, but then they go out and find men that aren't good men. Fucking idiots. All you have to do to find a good man is find a good man. If you don't find a good man, it's your fault. But also, if you're a good man, you should never date a woman. So, joke's on you. I'm extremely confused.
I would much rather watch what the people say rather than what they do. And these girls, they spend all of their time chasing dudes who don't give a crap. Don't believe me, guys. See how much time girls spend on their phones, right? Like, it's insane.
wow, we are off to a
What? What are you talking about? Guys, these girls, man, they just you guys all know how women be shopping. You know that, right? They just can't find good men these days, man, because they're just spending too much time at Victoria's Secret or texting. And yeah, so this video is just 37.
What's your fucking secret, Victoria? Huh? What's your fucking secret? What are you hiding, Victoria? That's right. Talk about that for a minute. Tell you what.
7 minutes of that. He does pick on some different women. Why don't we search for his most popular video? Response: he didn't stick around. Girls are realizing men aren't committing anymore. Okay.
Put a finger down if you match with a guy on Hinge and he's literally your Prince Charming. Like tall, dark, and handsome. I'm talking 6'4". So not only that, he's the best texter you've ever texted. He's smart, witty, sarcastic, just all of the above. Great, we love it. So you're planning your first date. He offers to pick you up. But not only that, he makes sure that you're comfortable with it first. Like he asked. When I get outside, he's waiting outside of the car and says, I have 2 rules for you tonight. You don't touch the door handles, car doors, restaurant doors, etc. You also don't touch the bill. That's all me. From there, I'm sold. Prince Charming is literally, I'm in the car with Prince Charming next to me. The date goes amazing. Sparks are flying. We have everything in common. He has a big boy job, makes big boy money, does all the big boy things, and I'm obsessed. Like, great, love it. The next day, I get ghosted. So am I the only one here?
Motherfuckers are like, Hassan, that's you? Are you kidding me? You think I'm a good texter? Are you out of your mind, dude? I'm literally the worst. And big boy job? I'm not even a ghoster. Okay, because in order to be a ghoster, you have to be able to like initiate a conversation. For me, there is no initiation of the conversation. I don't know. There needs to be like a different version of that. This is the best comment I've read today. Twitch streamer is a job invented by children. I mean, literally, it's fucking so stupid. You're right. I do not have a big boy job, though. Hassan is getting red pilled by the vamp cell. Yeah.
Or has this happened to someone else?
No. See, the thing is, we got all these ladies out here currently shopping out of their price range. Okay, you've got all of these girls thinking that they're entitled to the top shelf guys.
Dude, homie, what shelf are you on? You know what I mean? Like, this is the thing I don't understand. Like, when incels say stuff like this, I'm like, who doesn't want to fucking date out of their date range? Like, everyone is swinging high, dumbass. Like, who's like, oh man, I love fucking not doing that. They literally point to something that is like incredibly fucking normal that like every normal human being would want to do. And then they go, you know, oh, look at these fucking dumb Shaylas. Look at these fucking dumb Shaylas wanting a guy with a fucking job. It's like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? Like, I mean, you have no shelf. You're off the fucking shelf. Let's be real. But like, it's a normal thing that people want to do. Like, people want like someone who's fucking cool and well-positioned and knows what the fuck's going on. I only date people with mid-personalities with no sarcasm and dry humor. Yeah. Yeah, this homie's been recalled. You're right, Awesome Mio. He has been.
You know, the guys that are doing the best in life, and these 6 foot, 6-figure guys, all these girls think that they're entitled to these men. They're absolutely not. And the thing is, these girls will get to 30, 40, 50, and
kind of sus, brother. I'm just saying, if you're like constantly finding yourself rating men and being like, oh, these are high value men. These are high value blokes. Not for you fucking Sheilas. Like, you know, it's a little sus, all right? A little sus. Why are you constantly fucking, you know, why are you constantly making tier lists of top shelf men? Huh? What's going on?
They'll be single and alone with their cats while they wait for Mr. Right to come along. Mr. Right has already been in their lives.
Okay, let's break this down. The girl told that story because she thought it was weird that after she thought this date went really well, this person ghosted her. But from this, Taylor is already jumping past that to a conclusion that she never would have worked out with that guy anyway because price range.
All these ladies out here currently shopping out of their price range.
And then the catastrophizing, so going from that into women are going to grow old and die alone with their cats, doesn't seem like a reasonable response to the video that he showed. I think when these guys hear someone described in a way that like portrays them as a Chad, every single descriptor makes them more and more resentful towards the women. And that lady used way too many. She was like, he was tall, he had a big boy job, he made big boy money, he was handsome, he opened the door, he is chivalry. These are all things that these guys like detest. Because of them, women don't deserve any of this stuff. You know, it's like this guy's already doing way too much for this person. Like price range, marketplace, normal brain.
Finally, I can comment again. I've been banned for almost 2 weeks. This question is actually pretty easy to answer. I've actually kind of answered it in a few of my previous videos. You see, women don't actually do anything in life.
Wait, you are so big and great. Why do men have a high suicide rate? That's not a easy to answer. Anybody that says, oh, this question is really easy to answer, that's crazy. Okay, what the fuck? How are you easily answering this?
Even if you look at industries where women do technically dominate in raw numbers, there's still higher positions that men dominate.
That is such a wild thing to say right off the bat. You know what, guys? Women don't actually do shit in life, and fuck them. Just like so mask off, like not even sugarcoating it at all, not even talking about statistics, just we hate them.
When they say most women are teachers, they mean grade school teachers. If you go to college, most professors are men. When you look at nursing, yeah,
wait, what? Is that even
most
real?
Nurses are women. Most doctors are men, though. Men have to compete to get to the top, but unfortunately, we also compete at the bottom.
That's absolutely true. And one thing I'd like to add to this as well is, of course, this man is just spitting straight facts here. But something else as well that not a lot of guys seem to know about is the fact that women will often get into these fields to try and land the guys at the top. You see what I'm saying? So you'll get girls who will join law school. You'll get girls who will, you know, go into medical fields and stuff like that. They'll want to become...
Fellas, I am the supreme understander of Sheilas, right? I've never seen one, but I'm the premium women understander. And let me tell you something. Ladies love taking on $200,000 of debt just so they can be around high-value males. That's right. That's what they're doing, these fucking Sheilas. They're saddled with fucking debt. I don't know why I'm turning into Bill Burr. Everybody knows.
Become a nurse. And some of these girls, man, to be quite honest, what they're doing is they're jumping into the field so that they can latch onto the men at the top and then just not work and kind of go with, you know, ride his coattails, so to speak. Like, I've seen girls...
This is especially funny about nurses. Like, yeah, dude. Yeah, women are literally working in literal human fecal matter. Okay? Like, literally fucking scooping poop out of, like, old people's buttholes so they can be in proximity of a fucking doctor. Okay? That's what they're doing. Like, can you imagine, dude? Holy fuck. Have you met a nurse? Have you been in a fucking hospital, dude? Like, Jesus Christ, dude. Oh my God. Oh my fucking Lord, dude. Like, have you been outside? Do you know what nurses do? Like, I don't understand how you can have this position. Also, every fucking career has, like, someone in proximity to it that makes more money. So you can say that about everything. You're like, these fucking teachers, these Sheilas are becoming teachers so they can be around principals. That's right. They're all trying to fuck the principal, mate. Okay, like even in teaching, you can say that, you know? You can say that about every career because every career has some level of proximity to a manager, an executive, you know what I mean? Holy shit, vampires don't go to the hospital? Morbius sweep. Hashtag Morbius sweep. All Might is pulling the snooky Aussie accent off the map. Stop. These Philly girls will stop liking me. I have no personality but my accent. Also, you sound like a New Zealander. Back off, mate.
Literally do that and be able to bag lawyers and stuff like that by joining law classes and whatever the case may be.
Ladies, we all know we go to medical school to become a gold digger. That's the medical degree we search after. Like, Taylor, who are you talking about, man? What are you saying? Where? Show me. What? Go to a university and ask people this question and see how quickly you could get the cops called on you. Like, just a reminder, 400,000 views, 99% like ratio, okay?
Welcome back to another episode of Danny's Dating Stories. I have gone on so many bad dates, and Mama's Boy was just one of them. Now it is time to tell the story of a boy that we are going to codename Serial Dater. When I tell you that this man was...
Like, the funniest thing is, like, I mean, women do, like, weird shit on TikTok, right? Like, you got femcells, you got swerves, you got turfs, like, you got hella women being fucking horrid. Like the West Elm Caleb shit. Remember that saga? And I covered it, obviously. Like, you could criticize, if you're so desperate to criticize women, like, you can find women's wrongs, okay? There are instances. I mean, it doesn't mean that, like, all women are this way or anything like that. But, like, there are instances where, of course, like, you know, they're doing crazy shit. Same with men, okay? Why are you going after, like, women recounting normal dating experiences where, like, the other person has done some strange shit? Yeah, you got people smashing watermelons with their thighs, dude. Fucking sluts, slutty ass men, fucking whore ass men, dude. On the timeline, showing the fucking grippers, dude. Showing the piggies, taking the dogs out to the park, dude. Letting them walk all over. Whores! Stop it! Your balls almost popped out. Okay, dude. Fucking chill.
So fine. He had the most perfect sun-kissed skin, the perfect hair.
Oh God, here we go again with the descriptions of an attractive man. They're already upset. He had nice hair. He had good skin. He was tall. He should not have been hanging out with you. This is fucked.
Have you guys ever noticed how all of
I'm gonna be honest. I think this dude is just, like, gay. I mean, sorry. Like, this is not, like, homophobic or anything. I think he's just, like, gay and resentful that women get to be with, like, hot guys. Like, it literally feels like he's just mad that, you know, how do they get to fucking be with the hot guys and not me? I want to be with a sun-kissed male, but I'm a fucking vampire. I can't be out in the fucking sun. I'm a vamp. Do you want to be courting?
These men who are quote-unquote serial daters, right? Or the dudes who get around the block a few times, right? They always seem to be good-looking men. It's never the dudes who look bad or who are short, right? Or, you know, who don't look the best. These are not the men who are out here quote-unquote serial dating.
Obviously, looks do play a role in dating, but isn't it that the case for everyone? Like, he was just shitting on that lady before for not being up to the guy's price range. With a lot of these guys, it can be hard to tell if they're making this content and kind of saying these things because they really believe it, or if they're just saying the buzzwords and the stories, the friend zone, like he was just saying, like over and over again, because he knows the audience wants that to be the case. But I lean more towards the notion that all these guys do believe.
Wait, what?
Knows the audience.
I can guarantee the guy from the first girl talking was probably a stand-up guy with flaws like all men. She decided to kick him to the can looking for a Chad or Tyrone to commit. Oh, wow. Incels and, you know, incels and racism are fucking awesome. Like, that's just, you know, it comes along with one another. Like, you have to specify that, like, a black Chad has a different name. You know what I mean? That's cool. That's just basic stuff, you know?
Wants that to be the case. But
I'm actually glad that I'm a beta because I was able to avoid relationships until I learned about MG Toe. Now I'm ghosting in plain sight, stacking my green, and really enjoying my hobbies whilst going home every day to a peaceful residence. Feels so good. Please believe me when I tell you that Tyrone is not a new meme. No, I know it's not a new meme.
I lean more towards the notion that all these guys do believe this stuff, and it stems from a place of like hurt, and that hurt creates misconceptions about how relationships work. And again, it's one thing to like have weird views and have someone come in and be like, hey, like maybe you had a bad experience, but that's not the case for every woman in the world, so don't do that. Instead, you have a person fostering resentment within just millions and millions of people. I mean, over the
number of men that reported being virgin has tripled in the last 10 years for men under 30. I mean, we are not fucking. Like, our generation is not fucking, dude. Straight up. It's true. I don't know if that stat that you're referencing is correct, but we're just not fucking. Why? Because every man is sitting at home watching the Hasanabi broadcast, dude. That's why. All young men want to do is sit at home, play video games on one screen, and then fucking watch twitch.tv on the other screen, and that's it. Stop it. Not your generation? No, even our generation, too. My generation is like this, too. Like, women want college grads, or men are going to college less and less. I fucked to the Hassan broadcast, so stop hating. You're like the only one, okay? I am the dingus. Thank you for the 10 gifted subs. Says you're no better than us. Shh. I've had enough sex for a lifetime, okay? Shh. It's okay. I can do it now. I can abstain, okay?
course of however
Plus, I still fuck your mom.
long the channel's been going. I don't know, it's a weirdly self-sustaining zone of like harm, I guess. I don't really know what the solution is here, because I really want to fall back on the fact that the algorithm is connecting all of these types of guys such that the input of content that is telling you that it is women's fault and you should resent them for wanting to have a good time on a date, it's like limitless. I have yet to get recommended a video that is a response to any of these guys.
This girl matched with you, but you ignored her? Dude, stop.
And it makes sense why they are not receptive to this kind of thing. Women mature.
How did you find that? Like, what are you doing? You went on TikTok and you found something like that? That's crazy. Stop it. Stop it.
faster, so you should look up.
Ew, Hassan banged my 70-year-old mom? Why is that ew, dude? What do you want? You don't want your mom to fucking have incredible orgasms at the age of 70, dude? What the fuck? After a lifetime of disappointing dick? She's happy.
Up to them as role models and leaders. That would be a speed run into collapse of society.
Damn,
I literally had a
son.
girl tell me I was too nice to be in a relationship with when I was 20. She was a brain case, so I thank God she did that. Any girl who rejects you is doing you a favor.
Dude, these guys are finding a sense of community in an area where everyone is fucking socially alienated and alienated from their fucking labor. And unfortunately, the community that they're building is around toxic resentment and the deep-seated hatred of women. That's how it is, okay? And that's precisely why I try to regularly and routinely do Chad Vices and like talk to people and try to fucking give them good advice, because I think that is a necessity. Obviously, advice for different types of people is going to be different. Not everyone can use the same thing. But, you know, it's obvious. It's obvious that like, these people are going through that death spiral personally. Male version of turf spaces. Yeah, I mean, pretty much. Regularly, Lamau, nice one. No, I try to give advice regularly. Not Chad Vice, always, but I do try to give advice regularly. And I think I do. How would you help someone to deprogram from this incel brain poisoning of PUA culture and grindset culture? PUA culture and grindset culture are married to one another because one is like the same capitalism dogma reinforced, and the other one is just misogyny dogma. If you look at it as like theories, these two different kinds of ideology are merged with one another, which is like, and oftentimes they also have white supremacist undertones as well. But the advice I give is always the same. These dudes that you're looking at, these dudes that you're looking up to are fucking corny, okay? They are faking it. They are, and in a lot of instances, they're not even trying hard to fake it, okay? The reason why they're so appealing to you is because they're exactly like you. They fucking hate the world. They're shut-ins. They're literally, like, approachable to you, just like you are, because everything you resent about yourself, they also have. But the only thing is they can just fucking lie to you, okay? Why are you calling yourself out? No, I'm not. If you were smart enough to understand, I'm literally saying I'm not like that. There have been moments in my life where I was like that, except I'm not like that anymore, and it's pretty fucking obvious, right? I think. I don't know. Do you really think that we are, you know, living in similar circumstances? If you're like a shut-in who resents women, do you think we have the same fucking attitude? No, obviously not. We dramatically see the world in different ways if you see the world in that way. And if you have these like fucking issues. I have had social anxiety growing up and I had to fucking deal with it. And that's part of the reason why I can, I think, give decent advice on this sort of stuff. Hassan can't talk about virgins because he's literally privileged. Yeah, exactly. Because I didn't fucking look a certain way when I was younger. Like, come on. That's why I always say you can always be a 7. Ironically, calling yourself an incel is still calling yourself an incel Hasipu. I mean, yeah, I am an incel, okay? You used to look like Steven Crowder? Yeah, exactly. So, I remember 1.5 years ago where you said something like, be a good role model or provide an example of a good role model, and that stuck with me. But it is true. It is true. That's why, like, I try to do so much outside of the realm of, like, immediate political commentary, despite what some of you fucking nerds want from me all the goddamn time, and you fucking lose your shit when I don't do it. The reason why I do so much outside of the realm of political commentary is because, like, I want to be relatable, and I want people to understand that, like, we do have similar worldviews and similar opinions, so that I can help people maybe, you know, re-examine their bad behaviors and recognize that they also have the power to get better. I am someone who obsesses over progressing, no matter what. And I think that that has been, in times, relatively unhealthy, but, you know, ultimately, it's a healthy goal. And I think that has been what has saved my life and the reason why I am successful. I mean, you literally did a charity stream for 2 days straight, and that didn't favor you in any way. You're a great role model. I mean, that sort of stuff, like, I do all the time. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, like, the way, the confidence that comes from within, okay? Of course, I have a lot of insecurities. Who doesn't? Everyone has insecurities, okay? That's the most normal thing. But there are areas where I am very secure, despite my body dysmorphia or social anxieties when I was growing up. I have, like, when Cutie Cinderella said that I was a 7, and you sound like you're making the bootstrap argument. My friend, obviously there is a bootstrap argument to be made when it comes to self-improvement. That's so fucking insane. No, just live in filth then, dude. Like, what are you talking about, dude? What the fuck do you mean? You have to improve yourself. Like, you have to. You can. But the reason why I laughed off, instead of, like, losing my fucking mind over, like, Cutie Cinderella saying I was a 7 is because, 1, it's a joke, and 2, I'm confident within myself. And that confidence doesn't happen overnight. It's a sequence of events that take place. It's a sequence of experiences that you live through that can make you be more positive about the way you see yourself. And everyone is capable of seeing themselves in that positive light. Everyone is capable of building confidence. But you have to understand that it comes from within. Okay? A lot of these fucking weirdos, a lot of these losers that you watch on the internet that are like, yeah, women are this way, women are that way. Like, bro, you've never been around a woman. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know? They don't know anything. And that's why they make up a lot of that emptiness, a lot of that empty space that is full of insecurity with over-the-top machismo and bravado, or what they consider to be masculine features. And a lot of people who are also themselves resentful about the way that they are and deeply insecure cannot comprehend that those guys are just fucking LARPing as someone else. I can see it. I see it immediately. When I see someone like Cobra Tate or whatever the fuck, I'm like, okay, that's a deeply insecure person who is so lost in the sauce. Like, so far gone, okay? What do I always use as an example? You know who's a fucking confident person? Ludwig. He makes a fool of himself all the goddamn time. And you can only do that if you're a confident person. Germa, sure. I have not watched a lot of his content, but, like, from what I have seen and what I know of him, yeah. Incels are a perfect example of the Freudian Madonna complex. The psychological complex is said to develop in men who see women as either saintly Madonnas or debased prostitutes. I mean, dude, we're not going to do, like, Freud right now. Come on. A lot of the PUA guys behaving in a way, behaving in this, like, very carefully manufactured, like, over the top, like, hoorah, I'm such a fucking sexy guy way, are actually doing exactly what Ben Shapiro does. What does Ben Shapiro do? Ben Shapiro regularly talks about gender roles and how fucking rigid those gender roles are, right? They're like binary and they're super rigid. And everyone should fucking abide by them. But he himself does not fit said gender roles, right? So he is making up for his own personal insecurities by going in the opposite direction and, like, basically spitting as loudly as he possibly can about rigid gender roles that he himself does not fit under, hoping that, like, people don't recognize it, right? That's it. And it's the same for these fucking PUA Andes. Like, they do this stuff and talk about, like, how fucking hot they are, or try to, like, present an image that, like, women want to fuck them all the time. And it's like, no, they don't. No, they don't. They really don't. I mean, there's plenty of fucking insecure women out there. I'm sure one of them would fuck these guys, certainly. Okay? But, like, the idea that they're, like, oh, appealing to all types of women or whatever the fuck, like, no.